Let's fucking do it.
The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Britpod Scene, an independent network of uniquely British podcasts that's always growing. Check out BritpodScene.com or follow Britpod Scene on Twitter to find out more.
Welcome to the All Seeing Guys, episode 138. I am, of course, Greg, and I'm joined by...
Joe.
Joe, that's his fucking name.
Joe.
You've heard it before.
It's Joe.
You know it by now. It's Joe. It's always been Joe. It doesn't really change. It's Joe. What's going on, Joe?
Not loads.
Not
you know what
you ain't really like you worked on a farm then.
Not
Not
loads.
much, really. Not much.
Quite day to day.
Taking each day it comes.
Yeah. No, it's all good. It's all good. How about yourself?
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's a nice day.
I
Well,
feel
it's not
like
really.
I always
It's
feel like
outside.
when we do this, when we're always the same. We're all just like, yeah, good. I feel like we both want to say something, but we don't.
Well, I don't really know what to say. It's
Nah, neither
just
do
like,
I.
yeah, well, just okay. Just here I am, chilling out at home.
That's it.
What are you doing?
Nothing
Chilling at
really to
home?
report.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
It's not
think if
really
there's
happening.
anything exciting, but
It's not like I can be like, oh, I went here the other day. I did this. I went,
Nah.
That's not the case, is it?
no. We're getting ready
Sad-
for the sequel to Lockdown.
Yeah, well, there you go. Lockdown 2.
Lockdown 2. The
It'll
second lockdown.
Probably be more complicated than the first one. 'Cause
Yeah.
We're going to change things up a lot.
Oh, fucking hell.
Make some really ridiculous rules. You can meet up with this person, but as long as it's in this location, or you're 10 feet away from a toilet, or
As
you're
long as
fucking
they've got-
standing in the shadow of the moon.
As long as they've got B negative blood, you can hang out with them.
If they were born between these years, you need to keep 10 feet away from them. If they were born in these years, you can stand right next to them. It's fine. It's okay. No sex. Oh,
No
right,
sex.
okay.
Oh,
Right, okay. I'm getting all confused now.
shame. Is that
Maybe
how
I
it's?
should
Is
go-
that how it spreads? So is coronavirus actually just an STD?
Yeah, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? I was kind of going to use this as a geese shop, but I didn't really hear what was the beginning. But I just went to the shop before we started recording.
Yeah.
And I walked in and there was I say old dear. She wasn't like, old, but older. I'd say she was probably like in her
Like your parents' age.
late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah.
And I walked in and somebody had obviously said something about COVID in there that I'd missed. They'd already gone. And she was trying to reassure the workers. She was like, don't worry about it. The whole time I'm walking around the shop, it's a small shop, but she's by the counter saying all this stuff. Don't worry about it. You know what? It's all going to come out soon. The truth. And the truth is that it's all lies. Don't be scared of germs. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about COVID. If someone comes in and says something like that to you again, you say to them, doesn't bother me, mate, because it's all bullshit. That's what you say to them. Don't worry about a mask. And she kept looking at me in my mask and being like, and laughing.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Oh, look
okay.
at him, afraid of air.
Oh, look at him in his mask, saving everyone. Oh, it's all
Saving
bullshit,
everyone.
mate.
Oh, you just
She
have a
didn't
medal.
actually comment on me wearing a mask, but she did look, and obviously I was the subject of laughter after her comment.
Fuck that shit.
And even when she left, the guy on the counter was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Oh god.
In his face visor, oh my God. It's
just
all
like-
bullshit. It's all bullshit.
That's her daily visit done.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, love. Go on
God.
then. It's all bullshit. Okay, well so she's obviously off spreading the good word.
I just feel like this entire thing is just I just feel like people's freedom should be taken away for a bit, Just like they shouldn't I feel like people shouldn't be allowed to speak their mind anymore.
Yeah. And it's unfortunately the ones who shouldn't are the ones who always do.
Yeah. Oh god. They're just like, "Oh, I've got my bunker ready."
I've got my bunker ready for the no germs that I'm not scared of.
Good. Why don't you fuck off and die in it?
It's all bullshit. You just got to say, it's all bullshit.
Oh, God.
All right, love. Okay, goodbye. Laughing everywhere with your no mask.
Although obviously I don't think that like as soon as January 1st hits, it's all going to get better. But just like thank fuck we're getting close to the end of this year, right?
Yeah. I don't know what next year's going to be bringing, but yeah, who knows? Maybe a vaccine. Who knows? And
Who
then
knows?
And then we get the sequel to COVID-19, COVID-20.
Yeah,
The director's cut.
COVID like COVID 19.1.
COVID now with director's commentary and deleted scenes.
I want to hear the director commentary. That'd be good.
Just screaming.
That'd be great.
It's all gonna fucking
Why did I
mess
make
up."
this?
Oh, what a good year. Oh no, terrible year.
Terrible
You're not going to want, if you get a bottle of wine down the line and it's like, boiled
it's been
in
a great year for
2020, you're not going to want it.
It's been a great year for people that invested in coronavirus.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to have this wine that was bottled in 2020.
Nah.
That could be
Oh
dangerous.
God, yeah, that is a point. That's a good point.
I don't want this food. When was this made? No, I'll wait. 2018? Oh, thank God, that's fine.
Yeah,
I can have that.
there was only a
Yeah,
bowler
anything
back then.
after that. Yeah, that's fine. I'll risk it with that.
Yeah.
I don't want to drink COVID.
Oh, I'll take a
juices.
bowler over a coronavirus any day.
A bowler over oh, fucking hell.
A bowler over
COVID.
corona.
A bowler over COVID. Fucking, it's like at the game of disease, roll of the dice.
Yeah,
Legacy, yes. Thank God it's not COVID.
So I in other news of stuff that happened this week, obviously I'm still in the process of looking for work, and
Yes.
I got an
Shoot, Sharon
email.
Governor.
I got an email for a job offer, asking if I'd be interested at all, and it was to see if I wanted to be a lingerie consultant in Windsor.
Is lingerie consultant just a posh way of saying selling lingerie?
Yeah,
Because consultant makes it sound like once they're in the fitting room and they've been sold it, they actually want to have a few more discussions. They invite you in to consult. You
Yeah.
you appear behind the mirror in the
they've
fitting
got like
room.
they've got like
one-way
three
mirror.
things. They got three things lined up, and I was just like, I'm kind of thinking something like this. Is that something I mean, I don't make it.
I need to be consulted. You just appear in the mirror in the fitting room. Ah, yes, lovely. Give us a 12.
I'm just in there, like, I'm so sorry. No, not consoled, consulted.
Consider yourself consulted. I like it. You've been consulted by Jackson. I've had a few similar emails being like, "Oh, please, we invite you to apply for this job because we've
Yeah.
seen your CV and we think you'll be great." Mine have always been really far away.
Yeah,
like, so
yeah.
as you with Windsor, but
I
just
mean,
said one-
Windsor wasn't easy to get to.
Yeah, no, it's not easy to get to. But I had one being like, we think you'd be great for this. And it was like for pest control. And I was like, how do you even look at my CV and think this guy would be perfect for pest control?
Love it.
He's
I
worked
don't-
in retail, digital marketing. He's going to hate a lot of stuff. He's going to really make those pests pay.
The only thing I can think of is that they just did like a word search on Indeed and just looked for things like retail and consultant, and they found my CV and didn't think about checking, if I was a guy.
All right, guys, still work there.
That's true. But would you would you want, like, if you went to like somewhere to get a bra, would you want a guy measuring you?
Man, I remember one Valentine's Day taking. Do you remember Danielle?
You're avoiding my
Danielle.
question, Greg.
Oh, sorry, no, probably not. I mean, I don't know. I might feel more comfortable buying it for my man, maybe.
Fair.
Do you remember that girl Danielle?
You'd feel
I
as
worked
uncomfortable as he would.
with? Yeah, but he at least I know he's trying to sell me. I remember taking Danielle from when I worked for Hilfiger. I remember her coming with me to go buy lingerie for Lizzie for like Valentine's once. She came and helped me pick it out.
Nice. Good choice.
She
sir.
loved it. She thought it was a great afternoon out after work.
Great day out. Wicked.
Great day out.
I
Jeez.
always remembered like when I worked in H&M in the ladies store, and because obviously we sold like bras and stuff. And
Yeah.
if ever someone came up with a bra, it was like the size of it was right there on the tag, so you scan it and you're just like, nice.
Nice. Nice boobs. Yeah, this obviously isn't for you,
Fair
is it?
play.
love?
Good for you. Good for you.
This obviously isn't for you, is it? Good for your sister. Whoever you're buying this for.
It's for a costume.
Good bra purchase in there, love. Nice brassiere. You'll see her out and about and be like, you know what? I've handled her brassiere. When she bought it from me.
I'll see her and just be like, oh, E-cups. Yay.
How's the brassiere? I
Yeah.
always call it a brassiere.
How's that
as
working
well.
out for you?
How's the brassiere working
Oh, it's
out for you? when
perished,
sold
I
you?
see. Oh, yes, well, it was 7 years ago. I can understand why that would be the case.
But I like to make sure all my customers are satisfied even 7 years later. probably time to come in and trade up for a new one. I'd say.
Yeah,
I don't
get
work
a-
there
get a
anymore,
new
but
bra.
I'll be happy to consult maybe.
Oh, the wire's gone. Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that.
I'll fix it. Give it here. I've got some tape. Joe opens up his new side
Wait,
business.
what, my
He's like
bra repair shop?
Preparing for bras.
It's me in like the apron that like key cutters wear. It's me just like that out the front.
Like you work in Simpsons, but you
Just
just
waiting,
got, like,
just
just
waiting
got,
for
a
like
little
women
box of,
to
like-
walk past and be like, "Is your
you've got,
bra
like-
broken?" What?
like wire in there, gaffer tape, prick stick. Fucking really like. You see what I have to work with here.
It's like I fixed bras the way that I would have fixed my basketball hoop when I was younger, which was just kind of like maybe some tape will work.
Are you tired of bras not being broken, being damaged, wear and tear? Have to go get sized again, buy a new one? It's a faff. So come on down to Joe's Repair Shop. It's not even a shop, it's a store.
I do keys too.
I do keys, but that's a side hustle. I'm all about the bra repair.
I like the word Timsons, but it had nothing about bras in it, so I changed it to Titsons.
I'm ready to turn that cleavage back the way it should be. Come on down. I've got an offer, 2 for 1 at the moment, and by 2 for 1, I mean 1 pair of tits. Son of a gun.
Love it.
I have some geese drops. Should we go into some geese dropping?
Yes, I have one.
Where, of course, we hear snippets of a conversation heard by you or us, and we read them out of our context and try and... We don't really figure out what's going on. We just laugh at the bits of conversation
We should really
heard.
just really change that at the beginning there, because it should really just be us and Sam.
Geese dropping!
Having a listen.
The geese drop I heard,
Yeah.
and I was at Chestnut World Adventures recently for Indiana's birthday, and there was like a Gruffalo you can get your picture taken with.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Indiana and her cousin Isabella wanted to get the picture taken by it, but there was like a mum taking a picture of her kids there. And she's trying to take the picture, and the kid literally shouted out at the mum, "You're just impossible at taking photos, mum."
Impossible.
Impossible.
What you gonna do? Put that in your Instagram?
Fucking told.
Yeah, man.
Fucking told. You're impossible at taking pictures, mum.
What's one of your worst traits?
One of your worst traits, mother, is taking pictures.
Do better.
Before you tell us your recent overhearing, I have an audio one that was sent to us by
Can we change geese shops for recent overhearings?
recent overhearings. Ashley, who I used to work with in Summerfield, who's obviously been listening to the show because he sends us geese drops now, which is great.
This is true.
He
All right,
sent
we'll
me-
add his name to Sam's as well.
Yes,
For people that
yes,
send it.
I have got one from Sam, so later on.
We should do a board. We should do a board with their names on and how many geese drops they send us, and we'll make it a competition. And then that's how we actually get more content.
It'd be like Top Gear. Like
It'll be like the when the Fighting Cocks did the 100 Club.
Yeah, you've hit 100 geese drops. You win a sticker.
Here's your name engraved on a beer glass.
So Ashley sent me this message, and I'm just going to play the message rather than skip to the geese drop bit.
Lovely.
Here we go.
Geese drop for you. So I've just come back from the shops and I'm soaking wet. So before I get started,
Stop it. Stop it. He says, I'll just come out from the shops. I'm soaking wet.
Right, and then let me just play again.
Oh, he's been standing outside Joe's bra repairs
He
again.
was like, "Have you ever wondered what?"
Oh no, I've missed the geese
Oh,
drop.
what are you doing, man?
Once again.
Got a mini geese drop for you. So I've just come back from the shops and I'm soaking wet. So before I get sorted, 2 young lads, I don't know, 14, 15, literally just coming back from the shops, and one of them just literally turned to the other and he was like, "Have you ever wondered what your mum tastes like?" And the other one just went, "Yeah, see you tomorrow, Dave."
Doesn't even answer. No answer.
Oh, I love it.
Just yeah, all right. You ever wondered what
All
your
right,
mum tastes like?
see you tomorrow,
See you
Dave.
tomorrow, Dave.
Oh, God.
Lovely seeing you, Dave. See you tomorrow.
Dear God, that's good. That's really good.
He then sent a follow-up message explaining that he had changed the name Dave. But I liked it. It was so good.
Oh, that's a beauty.
What a weird fucking question to ask.
No,
You ever
yeah.
wondered what your mum tastes like?
I like
Jesus.
it's so non-specific
That's early
as well.
incest,
It doesn't
isn't
even have to be specific for it to be creepy.
Yeah, it won't be long, and we'll be reading about him in an incest story.
Yeah, he's gonna be writing into someone.
I just wanted to know what she tasted like.
It's not our fault.
Do you ever wonder what your mum tastes like? Yeah, see you tomorrow, Dave.
Oh yeah,
Steve,
yeah.
won't believe what Dave just asked me again.
Yeah, straight in the group chat.
He's really got to drop this mum thing, I'm telling you.
Oh dear, it's good.
Right, what happened to you, Joe? You even messaged me to say you had a geese drop.
Yeah, I always want to, like, as soon as I hear them, I immediately want to tell you them. But then I realise that we're going to record, and
Yes.
you'll end up hearing them anyway.
That's true.
I was there's an alleyway right near my house, so people sort of, it's like a public path sort of alleyway.
Yes,
And,
an alleyway.
Yeah, but like, yeah. So I was out having a cigarette the other night, and I heard two people sort of walking down, and I could hear like mumblings in the distance. They were talking
yeah.
and stuff. And as they got closer, I just heard the guy go, "Yeah, that's right. I said it. Spastic. I said it. I said it." I was like, "Oh, this is okay. This is interesting." And then there's I've just written down here, bloke's girlfriend then proceeds to fall over and laugh. Both are absolutely bollocksed. ... She's absolutely pissing herself laughing, and the bloke is now saying, No, it's not funny. That woman came out of her house to make sure you're okay. This is a joke. This is a joke. This is a joke.
Did someone come out of the house there and then?
Yeah. The neighbours opposite us like saw it all happen. So basically, like the woman just fell over. Like,
because she fell over. Yeah.
fell over and just couldn't get up. And,
What sort of time are we talking here?
Oh, mate, it was early. It was like 7:30.
Oh,
it was
right.
7:30 at night.
Yeah,
It wasn't even dark yet. And yeah, man. I mean, she was. You could hear that he was trying to like, get her up off the floor. But
man.
she was just pissing herself. And they were both just really spangled. I heard the neighbour come out, and he was just like, and she was just like, "All right," and it's just like, "No, we're all right. She just had a fall. We're all right. Leave it alone.
I said spastic earlier. Did
yeah.
you hear that? Good.
And then like after I'd heard it, and I came in, and my mum was like, "Did you hear all that?" And she was like, "No, but I saw two people and a very large girl sitting on our wall." I was just like, "Oh yeah. So what's happened, right?"
They went and just went out and sat on your wall.
yeah. They were just sat on our wall.
We'll set base camp up here for the night.
Oh god, it was ridiculous. It was so.
This
It's
is like a
just
good
for like
base.
how early it was as well, and how pissed they were.
Yeah, well, at least they're going to be home before curfew. Good on them.
That's a good point.
They're abiding the rules. Less than 6, in and out, but home early. Hopefully social distancing. So not if she fell over and he was helping her up, but who knows? Who knows what their story could be?
Nah, they're probably fine.
But I like to think, like, when he's like, the spastic there, I said it. In my head, I was like, God, I wonder if it's like him describing her son. Look, he's a spastic. I've said it now. I've said it. He's said it. He's a spastic. What? No, he's not. Rather than getting angry. Oh, he is. You're right. He is a spastic.
Oh god.
Spastic. God, that used to be such a common word at school.
Oh mate, yeah, spastic.
Did you watch Spastic Say No last night? No. Oh, you're spastic. Like, it was such
Classic.
a go-to fucking cuss word at school.
And even the what is it like? People used to say Joey Deacon as well.
Oh, yeah.
Joey Deacon, which is like a almost like an urban legend, but he actually existed.
Who was he?
He was a kid. I think it was like a disabled kid that went on Blue Peter, and he had, I don't know. I think everyone just found it hilarious before everyone found everything offensive.
Back then, yeah.
And so everyone was just like, people used to just call each other Joey Deacon as an insult. But now, everyone's offended by everything, so you can't say anything. So,
In The Simpsons I saw yesterday, it was like the last day of summer, and Bart hadn't done like his summer bucket list, so he's like trying to do all his summer bucket list things in one day.
yeah.
And he's reading his list, and he's like, "Oh, I've still got to do all this stuff." And Grandpa walks in and is like, "You think that's bad? Look at my bucket list." And he pulls out his bucket list, and it shows one of the ones on there, and it says, "To be first white man in Negro League."
Dear God.
I was just like, wow. And then you can tell this episode's 15 years old.
Yeah, dear Lord. Different times. I always like the one where Homer eats the poisonous fish, and then he's got like a list his death list. And then it's like, first thing is like, watch sunrise, and his alarm goes off at 6 a.m. and he just turns it off and goes back to sleep. Wakes up at like 11 in the morning, and he's like, oh, shit.
So Sam sent us a geese drop, I think this morning actually.
Yes.
a geese drop he picked up from a woman in a coffee shop. He simply heard her say, "Look how creamy I can make it."
You dirty slag.
You dirty bitch. The filth of you.
I wouldn't be able to. If a woman said that to me, I wouldn't be able to look her in the eyes.
The absolute filth. So last week, after this episode had come out, part 1 of Mosaic would have come out. It's been out. You've heard it. It's there. Yes. It exists.
The finale.
Yes.
Part 1 of the finale.
Part 1 of the finale, because obviously, if we were going to wait and finish the whole thing, there's not loads to do, but I've still got to record a lot of stuff with Ed and blah blah blah. And also, I split it into 2 halves. But I don't want part 2 just to be like the last 15 minutes of what was going to be the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I've been working on just putting a bit at the beginning, bit at the end, and just reviewing the changes we made to the bit that you heard last week, and then making sure they reflect in part 2. So
got it.
Now the second part is now literally more of its own thing. It won't just sound like the next part. It kind of stand on its own legs now, which is it's gonna. I think it's gonna give it a much bigger send off as well.
Nice. I see what you mean.
Yeah. So I was working on that this morning, actually. I was recording the intro and what have you, and kind of recording bits that I can do just with me and the equipment. So it's been a busy, fun morning just preparing radio play.
Yeah.
And I hope you guys liked the part 1. I let Lewis hear it, I think, before, and he really, really liked it.
Yeah.
So I let a couple of friends hear it beforehand to gauge their reactions. And not even friends that listen to the podcast or anything who are just going to say it's good for the sake of it. People that generally just only listen to the radio plays and really seem to like them. So I knew I'd get proper criticism back, and everyone seemed to love it. So yeah, that's gone out. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a bit different. Lewis is saying how much he enjoyed Ed in it.
Oh mate, there's one bit in it where Ed just delivers this one line, and it's not even a funny line, but it's just the way he says it. It just makes me fucking laugh every time.
Are you going to say the line?
No, I've forgotten it.
Ah!
I think I sent it to you.
I like it when he's like, "We're sent to go upstairs and draw a bath. We'll send the hotel staff, send someone up to wash your feet."
I think this one's when he's found what is it? Yeah, we found he's doing like the body description, and it's just you sound like you really enjoyed that.
Just take my job seriously, sir.
Yeah, but it's just it's the way he actually says it. It's just so.
Yeah, he's quick and fast with his lines. It's great. He's quick and fast with them, Ed. I don't know how much he actually really enjoys doing it, but he's doing it for us.
Just does it,
and he's still got a few more lines to record for the second one. But it's worth it, man. He's fucking. I love having Ed more involved in this one, and I'm glad that we've got. You obviously heard Tom and Ant from Anywhere But Here podcast and Band Biographies. Big shout out to Tom and Band Biographies. They got played on that BBC radio.
They
show,
did, yeah. Got some coverage for that. He's been doing really well with it. He puts so much fucking work into it. I had to
say, so much fucking work into it, man.
Damn.
Insane amounts of work, and it looks like he's already getting some good payoff early doors as well.
I chatted with Tom because I told him about I was reading the Beastie Boys book, and he said that he always liked it. He liked the Beastie Boys, and he liked that their background was like punk and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I think he's got the same. He's now bought the same book that I had, and I'm kind of hoping. I'm kind of hoping if you're listening, Tom, for a Beastie Boys fucking episode.
Yeah, and if it has got the punk origins, he totally could do that, couldn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
He might not. I don't know how early he'll be able to do that, because maybe his listeners might be like, "Oh, he strayed off the path of punk already." But maybe there could be an episode where he could do a backdoor episode of Beastie Boys by talking about bands that kind of maybe started in punk and then diversified. But yeah, it's really fucking great, solid podcast. But yeah, him and Ant did the voices of Judge Hummus and I think Jimmy Piano in the court scene at the beginning with her order. Great fucking voices. The eyes have it. And talking Tom and his fucking lisp. But they return in the second one as well, and they that's great. Yeah, they return in part 2, and they're reprising. And not really a spoiler, I'm going to say it. They're reprising their roles of Terms and Conditions from Time Vagina,
Oh God.
What does it mean? What does it mean?
Man, you know what? Just because I remember you've sent them to me before. Just listening to them do their sound recordings is so fucking funny.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
so,
We listened
so
to it
good.
last time you were here, didn't we? We recorded together. We listened to their recording their lines
it's
for part
so,
2.
just the way they do it. I don't know. They just make it just funny.
Yeah. So they've already recorded what they need for part 2. So a lot of it is already recorded. But yeah, thanks for doing it, guys. Fucking
Yeah, thank you. I think
court
thank you
scene.
to anyone that's helped contribute over any of it all.
Yeah, but that fucking their voices in that court scene so fucking good, so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like especially Tom as the judge. Like,
It brings a nice.
certainly does
it brings a
sound
bit.
most queer.
It brings a bit of variety to the voices
Exactly. And we
'Cause
need
obviously
God knows we need variety.
Because I mean, the majority of it is us, and we literally
Yeah.
have like between us about 4 voices. So like,
Because in the first one we had like me, you, Lizzie, Ben.
yeah,
I think that was it, and Jack doing the intro.
yeah.
Then in the second one, it was obviously just
Ed
like
as well.
me.
Ed did some of the goons.
Ed did some of the goons, I think, but only a little bit. It was more.
Yeah.
It was the second. It was Time Vagina, the second one, where Ed got a lot more goon time.
Yeah. That's
Got
a
to play
questionable.
more
That's a
goon.
questionable phrase. I don't think you can say that.
But I still think that was just what me, you, and Ed really. I don't think anyone else is in time. Obviously, Tom and Ant were terms and conditions.
Yeah. No, pretty much.
And then as progression, Ed got a bit more of a bigger role in the Mosaic. In fact, it's called the Mosaic because of Ed.
Yeah.
Because he started making these Mosaic pots, and then we just got in this really stone drunk conversation about a serial killer called the Mosaic. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to work that into the Ritz and Dick play because that's fucking great.
Yeah.
And I did. Just this random drunk conversation sparked what is the Mosaic radio play.
That's it.
Which I suppose is how all of it started, really.
Mate, it's all just been from drunk conversation. All of
I
it.
mean, that is true.
All
That
the
is
names, all the like the ideas, the town of Grimwood, like
true. Yeah.
it being based in Tolworth. I mean, I hadn't lived in or really been to Tolworth before we'd started recording this, and then I got to Tolworth, and I was like, there is no way you could have another town within Tolworth.
yeah. Well, it's a made. We even say it's a made-up ridiculous town in it. That's the whole joke. Is
The made-up town of
ridiculous
Grimwood.
town of Grimwood.
Lying deep in the heart of Surrey.
But yeah, obviously we threw ourselves back to 1800s, which was a lot of fun sound-wise.
You
'cause
say
even
that.
I
You
was,
say that so blasé as well. God, well, obviously we went back to 1800.
yeah, because I wasn't getting bored, but with the first two, it's very easy to be like background, cars, planes,
Yeah.
people talking in the background. And I was like, oh, I'm getting a bit bored of this. That's why I was like, oh, I need a new location. So 1800s, where I couldn't just be cars in the background. You know, beep,
It's,
beep,
I
we're
mean, I'm
sitting.
just glad you didn't go like the Mr. Bean movie and just send us to America. So that's
Oh,
all right.
yeah, just do a Euro trip.
Ritz and Dick go to Germany.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to offend too many people. I'm sure they offend enough already.
Good.
But yeah, no, us 1800s, and as of the end of part 1, we are still there after the murder. After the murder of Mayor Quench Thirsty,
Yeah.
finally got his comeuppance.
I mean, you're spoiling a lot here for people that
Well,
haven't
it
heard
came out last week.
I don't think everyone's listened to it.
I know,
within the
but
first
we
week.
always. Well, then they'll listen to this afterwards, don't they? We always follow up the radio play release talking about it afterwards.
It's true.
I liked Mayor Quench Thirsty's death scene.
I had fun doing that.
I liked Quench Thirsty's character in this because we just made him a bit older, a bit more. It's almost like he's not a good guy, but he's not just the straight dickhead, money hungry, power hungry mayor we've known.
No,
in
he's
previous
a
two
complex
radio
character.
plays.
He's Quench
Yeah,
Thirsty.
he's led a whole
He's trying
different life.
He's trying to right some wrongs.
Yeah, he's led a whole different life since we saw him in Time for China, and he's just an old man now. You know, who's almost ready to meet the end. You know, I think he feels he's almost done good with these last few years he's been living in the 1800s.
Yeah.
But we'll see whether his last acts do have a positive impact on the story or not. Ooh. But yeah,
Nice,
hope you guys enjoyed it.
nice dude. Yeah. How mysterious of you.
How mysterious of me. So yeah, we're gonna get the second one wrapped, and hopefully the artwork for the second one's done. So now I feel like I'm actually behind because it's like I'm just like, holy fuck, the artwork's done. Now I'm behind.
Mate, that's the last thing that needs doing, and we've done it first.
We've done it already.
It's fine.
I'm definitely going to. There's a few short lines I'm going to try and just do maybe like this to finish the intro with you.
Yeah.
Well, we could look at that later on. Also, while talking about artwork, I want to say your hip hop drawings are awesome, man. That you've been putting on Instagram.
Oh yeah,
if you're not looking on Joe's Instagram, check out the hip hop artist drawing. You've done what? You've done Action Bronson so far, Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
And you gave us a sneak preview.
Oh,
of
you
your
can't.
next
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
I'm not going to. Even though you're like, don't say it. This isn't going to come out for like.
I know. Yeah, I don't know why I got all
3
fucking
weeks.
sensitive there. I was just like,
3
whoa,
weeks.
don't tell him yet. I haven't put it on Instagram.
It's going to come out for 3 weeks.
You ruin it. Yeah, no, it's I don't even know why I started doing it. I was listening to this. The first one I did was MF Doom. And,
that's the MF Doom. Yeah,
I'd remembered that I'd done like previously. I drew like because there's loads of like really cool like sort of cartoony artworks for like MF Doom that are like really fun to draw. But then I was listening to the Mad Villain album that he did with Madlib, and the front cover of that's black and white with him, and I was just like, that's cool. I'll just try drawing it. And then from there, I just started doing stuff, but I wanted to be more my style because it's really hard to draw stuff like make it actually. I struggle with making it look like the actual person, so I was just like, well, most of them have got features that you'd be able to recognise as their own, so I'll just do it in my own style. And then I realised that it's really important that like eyes, they really actually make you recognise someone is eyes.
Yeah.
And so now I'm just doing a giant golf ball fucking.
I like those though. I think they look cool.
Yeah, no, it looks fun. Someone, a friend of mine on Instagram was just like, yeah, you should really put your name on these because people will steal it because I know people that would want this kind of artwork, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Okay,
but yeah, I've had to stop because my pens are running out, so I got to go to Cass Art tomorrow and get some more pens, and I haven't finished.
Shit.
And I've also got to think of some other hip hop artists to draw, so we shall see. Yeah, it's fun. It's good.
Yeah,
they're
it's
going
good,
well.
man. Yeah. Keep churning them out, I'd say.
I like the I like doing the big like the bold coloured background of it and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like them as well. The first one, like the MF Doom one, I didn't even realise you had drawn at first.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was a cool drawing Joe shared. And then when I saw the Kendrick Lamar one, I think was next.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, he's drawing these.
Yeah.
So I clocked your artwork and was like, oh fuck, he's drawing these.
I'd feel weird just sharing someone else's art without it being like any kind of explanation.
So. I guess so. You're very different style, but following in Pete's footsteps of just drawing fucking hip hop artists.
Yeah, I mean Pete's got one of the most like original sort of concepts for his art.
Pete,
I've really seen.
Fine Art on Netflix, PHYNE. But he obviously did the Dice Rollers album cover as well. Drew us.
Yeah.
He's
and
got very
we
unique style.
stole his artwork for my solo track as well.
Yes,
I didn't say steal. I just like he did a picture. He'd drawn me of he drew like a gig photo, and I asked him if I could use it for like the artwork for the song I released, and he said yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean he was pretty much like I'd sent him your solo track and he drew that afterwards. So I think it kind of inspired it anyway. But yeah, then he did the artwork. But yeah, Pete's been doing awesome fucking drawing of hip hop artists for years on Instagram. But it's cool now to see you doing other drawings you can post that aren't just the artwork.
Yeah. It's good fun. I just need to. It's just fucking pens, man. I just need fucking pens.
Yeah. So I've been doing. I suppose like I'm at the point now where I can really talk about this a bit more. Whereas I've been working on without going too deep on it, I've been working on a Star Wars project.
Yeah, you have.
With Lizzie's cousin and my friend Gianni. We've mentioned Gianni on here before. He came with me to Las Vegas. So if you've heard that episode, you've definitely heard me talk about Gianni before.
Yeah.
We all waiting, all seeing guys' t-shirts. I suppose
you're so fucking lame.
To set the scene here. He's basically has been making. He had a thought to make a awesome fucking book, that the most in-depth, up-to-date catalogue of the original Star Wars Kenner figures.
Right.
These books do exist, but something that they can get they can't. They're not very future proof. They can get age pretty quick if a new card back is discovered. Just loads of deep dives on the old figures.
Yeah.
He wants to do one that's affordable and collectible. So for the last year or so.
Yeah, easily.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, it's been less than a year. More so with me, kind of throughout lockdown. We've been working on this book together, so I've got to do I've done all the photography for the book and what have you, and it looks awesome. And we're at the exciting point now where we're sending it all off the printers to get costing.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, what's the, like, in regards to the process, like, what, you like 80% done, like
The book's pretty much done, like it is done. All the pages are done. We were getting prices. It was coming back a bit too expensive to make the book. So, so when we want to do the Kickstarter for it, a lot of people were already interested, which is awesome. But it was going to be so much money. So we've tried to get the costs down. So in a big change, we've had to flip the book from being landscape to portrait, which is a big change and a reshuffle of all the 300 odd pages this book is.
Because I mean, the stuff that you'd sort of shown me had been in the format of landscape, and it made sense because of just the vast sort of variety of photos you were using and stuff like that, and it made total sense. But
now it's portrait. I mean, we could have kept it landscape, but we want more than anything. We want this to be affordable.
Yeah, of course.
So we did it portrait, did a few pages to see how it looked, and it looked great. It looked really cool, and that's brought the price down dramatically to get it made. So now we're like, right, now we can have a more reasonable targets and a more reasonable goal to start the Kickstarter and stuff. So we're going to talk about that. At the time of recording, we're going to talk about that tomorrow. It could already be up. If you guys want to keep track of that, head over to Red 5 Designs. Red 5 is Luke Skywalker's X-Wing call sign. But it's spelt Read, R-E-A-D, Red 5. Red 5 Designs, READ 5 Designs on Instagram and Facebook. And the point I was making about you saying you're doing your drawing is because we can't just constantly post up pictures of the book. Of course, there are loads of pictures of the book on there. Johnny sent me a camera because I had to take photos of and he sent me his original Kenner collection, which is amazing. And a camera and all this equipment. And I photographed all the figures for the book. But on top of that, because I had the camera, he's also sent me a bunch of figures. I'm just doing photos, cool action scenes of figures for content for the social media.
Yeah, of course.
And it's been awesome because it's kind of like...
They've been coming out really well.
Yeah, I really get into it.
Yeah,
I always liked
it's so easy to, isn't it? Like,
yeah, I always liked doing photography, and then I kind of didn't have time to do it. But now I've got this awesome opportunity where there's a reason for me to do it. I've got all these awesome figures, an awesome camera and stuff with me now, and now I have a reason to do it. And it's, to promote the name and to promote the brand and to just really... And also, it's just a lot of fun. So now it's another form of storytelling. I'm all about that. So I'm just like, cool. Half the time I'm not just doing one photo. I'm doing a series of photos that tell a story.
Yeah.
So I've been spending a lot of my time not even just original Kenner figures. I'm using all sort of collections. And all sorts
I mean,
of
I've seen you do sort of, or use stuff that's more sort of from the current films in the last 3 films or whatever. So it's interesting to see.
Yeah, so I've just...
And the effects as well. You do a lot of the effects afterwards.
Yeah, I use a Wordle app, which is made by Gunship. The app's made to be used a bit more technical than I'm using it for. I'm just like, lightsaber effect, laser effect. Sorted. But it's a lot of fun just sitting down and playing with these awesome fucking figures and just taking photographs of them. And I've got the entire Star Wars universe to play with. Don't just have to do this story or this time period or these figures. I can literally do whatever I want.
I understand, man. If you gave me like 30 wrestling action figures in a ring, I'd be going mental. Like,
that's it. And
I'd have an event for you by the end of the day.
So that's something I've pretty much been working on over the last 6 months. I've not really spoken about, but now we're building up towards putting out the Kickstarter. I'm gonna have to start. I'm ready to kind of start talking about it now.
It's exciting, man. It's really exciting.
Yeah, I did actually message Sindel the other day. He used to be on the This Strike podcast I followed it because he loves Star Wars. He saw his tattoo he got recently.
I did, yeah, on his foot.
His Star Wars tattoo, yeah. So I followed him ages ago on that, and I messaged him from that account, be like, "Yo, by the way, this is Greg. I'm doing this. I know you like Star Wars. I'm doing this book," and he was like, "This is fucking awesome." He reckons a lot of his collector mates are going to go mad for it. But now, like, I'm starting to let people know it's me doing it.
Yeah. No, I think that's good, and I mean, it was understandable as to why you would stay sort of quiet about it, just in everything. But yeah, man, I think now's the time to get fucking excited about it and shout from the rooftops.
It's getting there now. So yeah, that'll be a lot more announcements to that coming out soon. But yeah, do go check out the Instagram and Facebook and have a look at what I'm talking about. Just taking a lot of fucking fun photos of figures, like a fucking proper big old geek.
I really want to get Sindel, have a sit down.
Oh, it'd be so good. So good. He
Even
always seems so
now
busy.
more than
He's always
now
off
more than
places,
ever,
isn't he?
I really just want to have a sit down with him.
Yeah, absolutely. As I mentioned earlier, I went to Chesnwood Adventures because it was Indiana's 3rd birthday. How crazy is that?
Yeah, man, that's gone quick.
3 years old. She got a bunch of Star Wars stuff. That's another side thing of this. Indiana's getting even. She
fucking
got into
loves
Star Wars after she found a book someone bought me for as a joke ages ago about Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And then she found another.
Oh, it's him as a dad, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Then she found another book about porgs, and that's what got her into it. And then it was around the same time that Johnny was sending me all the stuff to take photographs of, and all of a sudden all the Star Wars stuff's popping up in the house, and she's just mad for it now.
Yeah.
Mum got her a Darth Vader dressing gown. That's like the hood with Vader on it. It has a cape like Vader. It's fucking nuts watching her walk around the house in that, especially when she's got his lightsaber and she carries around all the time. This year Star Wars has been getting me through the bleak moments of fucking 2020 because I want to make sure, even though I was always a big geek for Star Wars, I also wanted to make sure I kind of know what I'm talking about. I'm going to have to talk to real experts, I guess.
And it's mate, the thing about Star Wars is it's the kind of sort of genre, or it's the kind of sort of franchise where people love to fucking test you.
Exactly.
And it's well, I think you'll find that in 1976...
And we have encountered some very negative people out there on the socials.
Mate, it's because people they're purists as well, man. It's the same thing with with Star Trek, and me just mentioning Star Trek with Star Wars is going to piss someone off somewhere. But like, it's a purist thing. They're just like, nope, this is it. It doesn't get any better than this. I don't know why anyone even bothered making television after this.
Yeah. But like during lockdown, I did some big deep dives in Star Wars just to make sure I knew what I was talking about. I watched loads of videos about all the different kinds of figures and what they're worth and and how kind of like just to make sure I know what as well as understanding the mythology. I think I've watched everything now.
Even just about like not so much even like Star Wars.
Thank you,
about
Disney
the actual
Plus.
Sort of like the figurine, sort of like the process
so
of it.
Much to it. There's so much to it as well.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like, and just like ones that are really hard to get that I want, and like, oh, it's crazy, man. Like, but it's been a really fun like year, and it's despite the negative sides of this year, that's been a really fun thing to do and keep me sane.
Yeah.
Just like between Johnny sending me figures, other people being like, take photos of this, sending me figures, and me just getting figures myself, and then just freaking right. And I've got the garden to play with, or I've been using the backdrops on the TV recently. Thank you, Disney Plus again. My Star Wars.
Mate, they're gonna sue the fuck out of you.
Get 'em! But no, it's such a weird community as well on Instagram, because obviously this whole style, and everyone's actually been very nice to us, but like there is this loads of people that also just do these amazing pictures of the figurines, but really get into it and have all the explosives in the background and stuff.
Yeah.
Or usually always from America, because you can get away with just blowing up half your garden for a photo.
I mean, part of me just would like to look into that sort of thing for like artwork and stuff, but then I'd have to just interact with people, and I really just don't like that.
I don't want to interact with people.
I don't know, like people just like asking me to like look at their stuff and critique it. I was like, I don't care.
Like, you've got to like it.
I like it. Sorted.
Just like it. And thanks for the comment. Thumbs up.
You always were the.
It's easy.
You always were the communicator out of the two of us, Greg.
I mean, well, this is why Johnny first approached me, was to help. He made posters first, and he wanted me just to help him with his Facebook.
Yeah.
And then you know, after time that evolved to, can you help me do this bigger thing? Oh, okay.
Gladly.
Gladly. Okay, great, cool. COVID massively delayed it though, because it probably would have been done by now, and Kickstarter would have been done and dusted. We would know where we stand, but COVID obviously massively delayed everything, as is life. I feel like I'm rambling here. I thought I would dive into. I did grab a story to talk about. It was on the. I had it for the last episode, but didn't get around to doing it. It was one of those weird headlines that I just saw and was just like, I have to fucking tell. If Joe hasn't seen this, I definitely.
Oh, is this the one that we saw like literally about 3 hours after we'd finished recording?
No, God, I forgot about that one. What was that? Someone's cat. No, this is dentist is jailed for 12 years after pulling out patient's tooth whilst riding a hoverboard.
I did hear about this. I saw the video.
That's the last thing I'd want my dentist to be doing.
Yeah, no, that's
being
true.
on- it's
but
being
I
on-
don't. What's the? What is? How do they justify 12 years? What's he done?
An Alaskan dentist.
Did he also
Seth,
kill 27 people?
Seth Lockhart has been sentenced to 12 years in jail after he pulled out a patient's tooth whilst riding a hoverboard. Amused by his stunt, he then sent a video out to friends of the performance, and the messages have been unveiled in which he bragged about his crimes and how they would go undetected.
Crimes?
In January, the dentist...
Is he not a certified dentist? Is that the problem?
In January, the dentist was convicted of a lucrative fraud scheme in which he pressured patients to undergo unnecessary sedation so that he could send Medicaid the bill. So he is being a bit cheeky.
So he wasn't put in prison because he was riding a hoverboard. He was put in prison because he was doing fraudulent medic claims.
Yeah, he'd been doing this dodgy claim thing and kind of bragging about it.
That article suggests that he was put in prison for riding a hoverboard.
Well, I think that was the downfall because then he got
notice, he got recognition, and then they were just like, oh, who the fuck is this guy?
So he sent this. So he sent this video out to all his friends, and some of the patients had no idea this was happening while they were sedated.
Jesus
So
Christ.
they seen the videos and I didn't know that was happening. I was unconscious, and he's on a hoverboard pulling my teeth out, filming it for a joke to send people. So that hasn't helped either.
No.
That's obviously a bit of a cheeky. They think he has to be a.
I hope that's what the judge calls it. I see you've done a cheeky here. 12 years.
I love this bit. I want you to know that as his lawyer, I apologise for what he did on that hoverboard.
Sounds like his mum.
Man,
Like he's crashed it into his neighbour's car and she's gone over to apologise.
So he would. Oh man, apparently he was nuts for it. So another family came forward saying her son had been treated by this dentist, and she was furious when she found out he'd sedated his son just to clean his teeth. That's nuts, man. So
Yeah,
obviously he's just really into sedating people.
He's really into knocking people unconscious.
Yeah, really pressuring patients into unnecessary procedures. And then when they're out, filming silly videos.
So he puts them under, they wake up, all of a sudden, got boobs.
Yeah.
So doesn't make sense because he's a dentist.
He's caused a lot of anxiety.
But he did the operation all whilst on a hoverboard.
Yeah, well, there you go. So give the guy a medal.
At the weekends, he does his ironing and surfing at the same time.
Wow. So,
what was his name again? What was it, Seth Lockhart?
Yeah. Lockhart.
Right. Number one. I
Ridiculous.
feel like that's a porn name. That's a porno name.
It's a porn name. It was established by prosecutors that Medicaid had paid Lockhart a total of $1.9 million for sedation services.
But why would he get that money?
Since gaining his license in 2015. Wow.
So what? He gets money for that?
Yeah, because I think he charges them for it. I don't know.
Right.
While I do not doubt that I was able to render care and relief pain to many people who are in dire need, I also know that I could have and should have maintained better discipline and focus while serving a patient base I came to love.
He was put in prison for fraud. He wasn't put in for riding a fucking hoverboard.
He was also just, but the fraud is that he was abusing his power, pressuring people into unnecessary procedures, and then when they were out, doing silly things like filming himself on a bloody hoverboard.
Yeah.
But
that's not the crime. The crime is the fraud part.
I think that's what dragged him down, though. I think it's the video going viral of him doing it grabbed everyone's attention, and the person in the video had no idea this was happening while they were sedated. So there is an element of that as well.
I'm not debating that at all. I'm just saying that his crime is not riding a hoverboard. He is in prison for fraud.
All linked. Yeah. Yeah, that is. When I was with an ex-girlfriend of mine, she was Swedish. I remember going to Sweden, and she told me about the dentist on this island where she lived, and he got arrested because he was putting old people under and pulling their teeth out when he didn't need to.
What was it, Howard Shipman?
Yeah, he'd pulled loads of people's teeth out. There was something about that her nan helped bring him down or something.
Mate, this guy sounds like a Nazi criminal.
He does, doesn't he? Yeah.
This guy's not a dentist.
He does sound like a Nazi criminal.
Fucking Gestapo.
I'm building a man of teeth, and he is going to bring you down. He'll
He's
be
just
the
got a
greatest
mask.
man that ever lived.
He's just got like a full head mask all covered in teeth.
Oh, that'd be a great horror villain.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Um,
Oh my god, it's the teeth.
It's the teeth, just simply the teeth.
The teeth.
Not even the dentist. He's just the teeth. That sounds like Latif.
It's plural. It's plural because there's 3,200 teeth on my face.
What's up, Latif?
The teeth. Yeah, you can't call him teeth either. It is the teeth.
The teeth. Sounds like a like Latifa.
Yeah,
Queen the teeth.
Queen Latifah.
Queen the teeth. I mean, that's the artwork, isn't it? Queen the Tifa. You have to just draw
I'm not
somebody,
drawing Queen Latifah covered in teeth.
Somebody made out of teeth.
Something made out of teeth.
The teeth.
God.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's pretty.
That's bizarre, isn't it?
Pretty rank. I was thinking I must be due dentist soon. They told me not to come back for a year, and I think it's almost. Indiana went recently.
What do you want about?
I was just trying to remember if I'm due back to the dentist soon or not. Because last time I went, they were like, "Oh, you have to come back for a year," and I was like, "Oh, great, I don't have to worry about it." And now I'm like, "Fuck, well, how long ago was that? Is it probably back up to a year?"
Mate, it's not really the year for.
Yeah. Indiana went. Indiana went the other day.
Oh, fair enough.
For her.
Is she all right? She all right going to the dentist?
No, she doesn't really like it. No, Lizzie took her because I was working, but yeah, apparently she just obviously cried, was very upset by it all. But all he does is put his finger in her mouth and count her teeth. Like, you know, they're in and out fairly quickly.
Such a weird thing, isn't it? I'm going to put my finger in your mouth. Oh.
Yeah, just shout, and he just shouts out all the dentist names for the teeth. You know, just like lower 1, lower 6, lower 5.
Oh yeah.
And he'll just like, what the fuck was happening now?
Is 2 fingers necessary?
Not a third. Oh god.
Yeah.
Now
Why am I sucking on your thumb and you're asking me to call you daddy? I don't. What is this? I don't. Oh, I'm going under. Am I being anaesthetised? Yes.
Why am I dipping with goo? Oh
and
man!
Why are you riding a hoverboard whilst you do this?
We obviously, sad news came out this week at the time of recording. We lost Eddie Van Halen. Oh, we didn't lose him. We know where he is. He's
we didn't.
He died.
Yeah, he has passed. Yes.
Yeah. And I found out because I just saw Trevor shared the track "Jump," and I was like, "Oh God, has he died?"
Yeah.
Let me just do a quick Google. Yes, he has gone and died.
He has indeed. Yeah, he died of cancer. 65 he was.
And I read an article the next day, Fred Durst telling the story about when Eddie Van Halen pulled the gun out on him because he wouldn't give him back his gear.
Fucking hell.
If you're going to pull a gun out on anyone, it's going to be Fred Durst.
There's I think there's the bit in the Motley Crue book, The Dirt. There's a whole thing about, I think it's Eddie Van Halen or it's David DeRoff, I can't remember.
Right.
But they're at, that person's at the Motley house and they're just like got this big old pile of cocaine in front of them, not sharing it, and just this fucking like mirror just like falls down and crashes over his head, and he's just like doesn't even stop, still just like
just carries on, doesn't even realise.
Yeah. God damn.
Yeah. So yeah, another. I haven't even looked at like the celebrity like deaths for 2020. It's just been too much a depressing year.
It's been there has been some.
I don't even know. Yeah, but I don't even know when it comes to the end of the year and we review 2020 what the episode's even going to be. Because I usually look at all these fun facts. It's just going to be like.
I think
it was a year.
I thought about like because we always like have a dig at people that like do like the big old like RIPs in social media and stuff like that. Oh my god, he was such an icon. Like, I was just like, you know what, like. If you're not a fan, it's still all right to say R.I.P. But like, don't go on this massive like drivel about like a paragraph of how like Jump inspired you to walk again and all this shit.
Jump inspired me to jump one night.
Yeah, I hope it inspired you to jump off the top of Bentall's car park.
I'd love to see the stats of how many people sprained, broke, or injured their ankles in any way during the song Jump.
Like an Eddie Van Halen gig.
That enabled them to no longer jump.
Yeah. They jumped, but they were on like the stairs in the seated section at Wembley Arena, and they fell down. It's like, oh.
Like before I met Lizzie, she broke her foot doing like New York, a wedding.
Was she doing the kick?
I guess so, yeah.
Doing the kick, man. Kick's a dangerous game, especially at a wedding.
Yeah. Well,
How many times
dangerous.
on You've Been Framed do you see someone doing a kick
Well,
at a
that's
wedding
it.
and then falling over?
God, I wonder when there'll be chances to go to a wedding again. Not that I used to go often, but like, you know,
Man, I can't really think of, apart from myself, I can't really think of a lot of people that are left to get married.
Well, say if Ed got married, like, what would
That's
that?
true. Yeah, Ed's there. Yeah.
Like, what would that be? It'd be like, you know, in the, because we obviously saw someone we knew like live streamed their wedding on Facebook recently. Like, is that what it's going to be now? No, surely not.
No. I think if you want a lot of attention, then do that. Then yeah. But man, it's you know what? I'm not gonna.
It's hard
I'm
to
not
know
gonna
how
speak
it's
on that.
even going to work, isn't it? Like,
No,
hard
it's
to
just like
figure
I
out.
think, you know what, if like with your wedding and stuff, yeah, you want to share it with people, but also just like it's just go with the procedure, man. Like fuck it, like who cares who's there and who's not? My mum and dad,
Yeah.
my mum and dad got married. There was 2 people there just as witnesses. I mean, they're friends, not just random
Oh, I
people.
had to say, right? Was it people they knew or randoms?
No, they were just like friends of theirs. And
Flash the 5 around outside. Come watch us get married quickly.
yeah. And you will need to sign a book as well.
Oh yeah, that's a little thing. Don't worry about it.
I haven't really got a signature.
Right, you're going to come with us to get pissed off.
I don't know what my name is. Oh, okay, that's all right. Good luck with
Sorry,
that.
what's your name again?
Yeah, man. I mean, there's a friend of mine I know through our friend Jacobs. She was supposed to get married this year, and I think it's just been postponed and stuff like that. But I mean,
Yeah, I know. I've seen a couple people on Facebook being like, "I was supposed to be getting married today, but hopefully next year." I've seen someone's had to postpone their wedding twice. They moved it back, and it got close to the time, and restrictions tightened up again, so they've had to cancel it a second time.
yeah.
Must be very fucking stressful.
I bet
Jesus
it is, yeah.
Christ.
Because then you got to just like reorganize everything. If one thing cancels, then you got to like, you know,
Domino effect, innit?
you're fucked, innit? Like
You
it's
can't get grandma out here. Like, oh dear.
Vegas,
COVID
mate.
coming
Vegas
out our
wedding
eyeballs.
done. In,
Vegas
out,
fucking
sorted.
wedding. Vegas fucking wedding. Well, yeah, if you can get there, you can't get there at the moment, really, can
Yeah,
you?
that's a valid point. All right.
Vegas over live stream a Elvis impersonator in Vegas, and you're just at home.
I was thinking about that live stream. Was just like, how are they not going to get trolled? And then I realised that it's not just going to be like a bunch of faces that they're going to be concentrating on. They're getting fucking married, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's not them just staring at a screen.
I
It's
just don't
not
know.
open to
I
everyone.
like the idea of someone just going on the stream and really loudly playing "Never Gonna Give You Up" by Rick Astley and just roll like Rick rolling.
Silence, everyone! Silence the audience! Silence.
Sick.
And then
But
me
who
just
knows,
doing
man?
the
If
Skype thing.
that's how weddings are gonna be, and if that's what people want to do, then fucking let them do it. Who cares?
Yeah, I don't know. It'll just be interesting to see, just like if I get invited to a wedding anytime soon, I'm just like, what is it gonna be like? Probably not.
It's
the
all going to
last
be
time.
like
You just-
separate. Like you can have all the pews on the going down towards
Yeah,
the
yeah.
altar. There's
Separate
only going to be like
dance floors.
one person on each one.
Separate dance floors,
Yeah.
a little like
The,
4 meter
no,
square each.
It's like, can the wife and groom please come to the dance floor for the first dance and make sure there is a 2-meter radius circle around them all the time.
No kissing. You may now shake the bride's hand.
Yeah.
You may now remove your mask and kiss her hand.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah,
These
that'd be
times.
it.
That's
Masks
disgusting.
instead of
Do you know what she's
vases.
been touching?
Has everyone got their masks on for this wedding today? That's all a bunch of shit, man. All of it. I've seen it. The
You
jokes.
tell them.
Don't worry about
You
it.
tell
Don't
them.
worry about it.
It's a
Doing
lie.
you a favour by telling you the truth. The truth is, it's all a lie.
Oh man.
Now I'm off to save the next wedding.
That's the thing that's come out as well. Just fucking conspiracy people have just. I think this year has made more conspiracy like theorist people.
Well, there's been a lot to conspire about.
Conspire.
Conspiracize.
Conspiracize. It
There's
sounds
a
like
lot-
it sounds like a Jamiroquai album.
It does. There's like a lot to conspiracize.
Conspiracize.
All this 5G radiation and it gives
I
me.
did not pay my
COVID.
taxes, but the tax man gonna get me.
I got the COVID coming up there.
Conspiracize.
Got the COVID coming up there, baby. COVID up my nose.
Jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams.
Oh dear, fucking COVID. I saw an article
Lizard
today.
man live under the core of the earth.
Earth isn't flat, baby, but my heart is round.
Conspiracize. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, and that's another thing. All those sort of things that aren't getting as much front line anymore, flat Earth and what.
Yeah,
have you.
where's all the
these TV
5G
shows?
people?
Where's all these TV shows that were being made about it? Gonna go and search for the flat Earth. Like I saw they piped up when
the shuttle.
one of
launch.
the shuttle launched. They all piped up again. Look at it. It's obviously flat. Like
you're right. You're absolutely right.
You know what? You've convinced me.
I think if I actually came into, because like I've seen like in the last couple of years there's groups in England that sometimes go to London and do like presentations, and it's all just like, this is our information, but what we really want to do is find someone that thinks we're stupid and make them look stupid.
Right.
Much like any kind of sort of like interaction sort of based YouTube series, like they're just like, I know more than you, I know something about something that you know nothing about, therefore I'm going to make you look stupid. Everything, man. Flat Earth, vegans,
Flat
everything.
Earth. Well,
I've seen it all, and it's just like I am just trying to make myself look more superior to you, and it's all just ridiculous. People just can't anymore just believe in something and be happy. They just can't anymore.
Santa Claus.
They just can't do it. They just can't. They can't have like a belief or a lifestyle and just be happy with that. They have to make sure that everyone else knows about that, and that they are stupider because they do not follow it.
There was when I was just like Santa Claus. There was a trailer came out today for that Mel Gibson Father Christmas film.
Oh yeah.
It looks fucking weird.
Yeah, well, it's Mel Gibson, mate.
A kid like hires
the last
a
film
hitman.
he did, he had a beaver as a hand puppet, and it was like talking to him.
Oh, he's done a few more since then. He's actually done he's been quite a few, but he did a it's like a kid puts a hit out on him. They're giving him
Mel
coal.
Gibson.
So there's so Mel Gibson's father is Santa Claus, but there's like a hitman after him.
That's pretty sick.
It looks pretty dark. Like it does.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, this trailer looks pretty fun. Very strange, but it does.
That's what they
look
need to
fun.
do. That's what Christmas films. They've done everything at Christmas now. You need to start making like the anti-Christmas film.
Well, yeah, that's it. And it says, you think I'm Santa Claus because I'm nice. Like, fucking yeah, I'm gonna fucking
I'm
blow
gonna drive.
guns and
I'm gonna
fucking shoot
drive
people.
these 12 reindeer into you.
Fucking done. It's quite
Cushy.
us because obviously we're approaching Halloween.
Ugh, I can't believe we just talked about Christmas in October. You dirty
I know.
bastard.
Well, there's a reason. What triggered what I'm going to say next is that there's not much Halloween stuff around because it's obviously been downplayed this year because they don't really want you going trick or treating.
Nah.
So when I was in Kingston the other day with Indiana briefly, everything was the Christmas shops were already out. All the Christmas stuff was out.
I can believe it.
Bental's full on floor Christmas store.
Jesus Christ.
You're in there. It's just like you're in Christmas, but there's no Halloween stuff really because no one's. It's this year. Halloween's kind of fallen victim to 2020 in the sense that people.
Halloween was like the great social holiday.
Yeah.
Like, it always was. Like, it was always the great, like, I'm going to dress up and look ridiculous. I'm going to go somewhere where other people are dressing up and looking ridiculous. We're all going to drink. We're all going to laugh at each other. It's going to be brilliant.
But no, now it looks like it's just going to be a bit of a damp. Probably sit here and watch a Halloween related thing. Like, because
should we just do Christmas horror on Halloween?
Halloween, yeah. 'Cause it's turning into an actual Christmas horror this year, isn't it? Fucking.
And we need like Halloween Christmas films, but like the other way round. So it's
the other way round.
it's on Halloween, but like a bunch of people that like that's the film. That's it. Everyone's getting ready for Halloween, and then the Christmas cult come in and just like not this year.
We're here to make sure there's no Halloween.
After this
Christmas
night,
only.
there'll never be another Halloween, and it's a fight between Halloween and the Christmas people.
Yeah, like skeletons versus elves.
Yeah. I'm down.
Like a proper battle. Okay, yeah, I like that as well. We'll pitch that to Ed at some point.
It's, we should really just give up on this whole Evlick thing and just make this
Yeah.
It's a lot simpler.
We found a side story, a spin-off series for the Evlick game. I know we haven't finished the other ones yet, but we've got a
We'll do
spin-off idea we
we'll
wanna
do an
pitch
Easter
you.
egg in it, and like one of the Halloween army is dressed as the Evlick as a
This has
costume.
the Evlick, yeah, of course. Our
Like, what are you
Christmas
dressed as?
horror
Oh,
film
it's
we
just
made.
this really obscure like horror icon from a really like underground YouTube video I saw once.
Yes, that we made in Ed's flat.
Yeah.
Much to Sarah's dismay, we fucking made
if
a
we could
horror film in a
get
flat.
Ed to go out on Halloween as the Evlick, that'd be sick.
Oh yeah, he'd probably be up for that. I don't know what he would do though. He'd stand outside.
Just walk around a bit, isn't it?
Would and then wait for the police to come up because it's urban.
Yeah.
What
What
are
are
you
you doing?
doing? You're scaring people.
Good.
Good. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to scare people because
So are you. So are you. Coming from the police, that's fucking rich, mate.
Eddie Evlick, mate. Eddie Evlick. Eddie the Evlick.
Edvlick.
Oh, very good. Very good. Evlick is, of course, our Christmas horror film on YouTube, which we've realised isn't really called the Evlick. We call it the Evlick, but it's not spelt that way, right? Or
No. I had to point that out to you two when we first started filming. I was like,
I think we kind of knew it as well, but we were just
we
like,
just went with it.
We took creative license.
No one asked any questions.
We just took creative license. Fuck that license we took. Believe it or not, I'd say we're kind of hitting the end of the show here.
I believe, yeah, we are wrapping up.
We are wrapping up. God, what?
We covered the grounds today.
I had a few more stories as well, but I kind of feel like we've just kind of no, but I feel we've just chatted the breeze, haven't we? And just jumped from one bit to another and just seen what happens.
Shooting the shit.
Hopefully soon we'll be able to meet up and record another episode. I want to get Ed back on at some point as well.
I'm available.
I think it'd be great to get Ed back on.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Whether he wants to or not. Whether he wants to or not.
But he always gets into it after a while.
He's
always like to start with, like even before we started recording, he's just like, I don't think I should be here. And then once we press record, he's fucking willing.
Yeah, he's off, man. Yeah, he loves it. Of course he does. Yeah. That's why it's good to have Ed on there. Mm-hmm. And he's got a good voice for radio.
He has. He's got. Oh, that's it's an insult, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, no, he's still got a pretty face of TV. But everyone's always told him he's got a good voice for radio.
He has. He's got a really nice sort of like deep tone that's really relaxing. Yeah. I can imagine him on like
it does
Radio
get
2.
a bit higher when he's had a few to drink.
Oh yeah, but that's fine. But he won't be drinking during his Radio 2 rush hour breakfast show.
I'm sure he would.
He would be. He might be drunk. But he won't be drinking.
What are you up to for the remainder of the day? Anything exciting?
Well, I was going to go to Kingston, but now I just can't be bothered. So I'm going to do that tomorrow.
Good shout.
So if you're around, I'll be in Kingston.
Good shout. I am off tomorrow, but I think I'm going to be on dad duty with Indiana during the day.
Well, she can come as well.
And then at some point throughout tomorrow, I'm going to have a Zoom chat with Gianni about book pricing.
Nice. I'm stocking up on art supplies and smashing out a load more drawings. So.
Oh yeah, good shout. I've actually been hitting my sketchbook, not as much as you recently. I've been doing a few little random drawings in my little notebook. The same sketchbook I've had for like the first 7 pages have all drawings in it I did 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And now after a 15-minute hiatus, I just started drawing in the next pages again.
Yeah, it's good though. It's like you get to if you fill the book, you get to go back through it and be like, "Fucking hell, that was ages ago," and then you're just like, "Oh, that was 2 days ago."
Yes. Oh, yes, great. But yeah, it's a lot. It's like I said with the photography earlier. It's just an extra creative outlet to keep the mind focused during these unfocused times.
I understand that completely.
Which I think why this morning I was like, I'm gonna get loads of the radio play sorted out this morning. I've literally spent all morning on just the intro, really getting into it. But I've not really done building I've done all the radio play, all the scenes and stuff, and the first part was pretty much done before we released it. But now it's been a while. It's been a long time since I've sat down and actually had to source sounds and build the audio environments again. So I'll obviously get crazy into that, and that'll probably dominate my next few weeks until we finish recording.
Nice.
So yeah, I'd say everyone, thanks for listening. That was episode 138. We covered teeth, we covered fucking Star Wars, we covered drawing, we covered fucking COVID, we covered loads of things.
We went in all directions. That's the fun episodes.
They are the fun episodes when we go in all directions.
Cover as much as possible in as little time as possible.
I have been Greg. I think you should be sedated, Armstrong.
And I have been Joe, Queen Latifah Jackson.
Oh, Latifah!
The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Podnose, the UK's leading independent entertainment podcasting network. For episode archives of the All Seeing Guys and all of the shows on the network, visit us at www.podnose.com. You can also follow us on Twitter via @podnose or send us an email via admin@podnose.com.